Hello, welcome to the Letters to Words instructional video for people who want to help me test my new Letters to Words program. Well, first we go to Facebook to the Letters to Words page, and here we have our download of our newest version, and you click the download button. I'm using Chrome. I have it set to ask me where I want to save that, and I'm going to save it to my downloads folder, and then it puts it down here. If you're using Internet Explorer or some other browser, go through whatever the steps are to get to the program. Once the program is downloaded, you open up the zip file and you can double click the Letters to Words executable. It's telling you I am an unknown publisher, and that's because I am an unknown publisher, and you're going to click Run. By doing that, it's going to open up the Letters to Words program. We'll shrink that down so you can see some vacation pictures in the background while we're doing this. To get started, you're going to need to go to the login screen. When you click that, it slides off and your login screen slides on. If you've already made a player, then you can go ahead and use your player name and password here. We're going to create a new player, and I'm going to say test player, and I'm going to give it a simple password and put it in again, and I'm ready to log in. And it's going to create an account for test player, and that'll be my password. Now this screen is going to be changing soon to one that's going to create the account using an email address, and that will allow me to do automated password resets and things like that that I can't do today. This is just the simple login for the test version, and I'm going to say go ahead and log in, and I'm logged in. So I can go back to the login screen. I now have this button enabled to go to my games list. So this, when I click it, slides in the list of games that you can play. And if you look at these, or we can go back down, I have it set to have one a day. And there's been a few days since I put a new one out, since 5.7. And I went through the first few and I gave them funny names, kind of a hint of what something might be that you can find early in the game. And we're going to pick one that I've done a lot of testing on. And to select a game, I click the pick button. It turns green, and it allows me to either start from zero or to resume a game I've already started. You can only have one game going at a time. And so when I select this game, my only option is to start from zero. If I had a game in progress, I would have both options, and I could either resume it or start a new one, which would replace my game in process. You can only have one in process at a time on each one. So I'm going to go ahead and start from zero, and it put in all of my letters. Now, up here is my play grid. My first play has to be touching the center square. I can put my first letter anywhere on alignment with the center square, and you're going to make words that go across, and you're going to make words that go down, and every word you make has to be touching an existing word. And any place they touch, it has to always make real words. You can see the corner squares are orange. When you play to an orange square, you get a bonus of a 3 times word tile to play later. Whenever I use 5 tiles in a single play, I get a 2 times letter bonus tile. Whenever I use 7 tiles in a single play, then I get both a 2 times letter and a 3 times letter to play on the next turn or later turns. Whenever I play to a corner, I get the 3 times word. And you can see that all of these are red. When I have used each of the initial spaces one time, then I will have changed all those from red to white, and I will get a 2 times word. So every time I use all of the spaces, I get another 2 times word. And so basically, whatever is red, those are the ones you have to use to get the next 2 times word. And when the next round sets in, you'll see what the new red ones are, and when you have all of those, then you'll get the next 2 times word bonus. Bonuses are hugely important to scoring in the game. You want to earn bonuses to make big point words to do well at the game. Down here we can see my current word is a score of 0. My total points made is a score of 0. Because at the end of the game I have to throw away all my remaining letters and lose the points for them, I start in the hole at 191 negative. And as I start spelling words, that is going to start getting closer to 0. So let me go ahead and we're going to start playing letters to words. I click the letter here, and now I can click anywhere up on the grid, and you can see the letter flies up and becomes that. Because I put it on this row, all the rest of them have to go on this row, and it's because it's the first letter. And I know I can make a big old word right here, and I've played this board a bunch of times. I'm going to make the word downfallen. I'm going to use all 10 letters. Now I want to get to the F. The F is in my stack right here. The B is not part of downfallen, so I'm going to select the B. I'm going to toss the letter. I've lost the 3 points for the B and replaced it with an S. I'm going to select that because it's not part of downfallen. Lost another point, and now I have the F. I select the F. I tell it to put it there, and then I continue spelling my word. So I've made downfall, which is 8 tiles. It would give me a 2 times letter and a 3 times letter, but it would not give me the 2 times word for using all the initial red spaces, and it would not give me the 3 times word for using all 10 or a corner. So I am going to take the I, toss that letter, and that gives me the N that I need. I'm going to take the C, and I'm going to toss that letter, and that gives me the E that I need. And now I have spelling the word downfallen. Now as I play, it's actually checking the dictionary, and if the words that I've made are good words, then my send word button is working. If they are not good words, then the send word button isn't working. So now I've got 9 points because of the letters that I threw out. I've made my 10-letter word, which is going to give me all my bonuses, and I'm going to say send word. And now you can see it takes the next tiles from the tray, the stack, puts them down in the tray. They're all red again. It gave me a 2 times letter because I used 5 tiles. It gave me a 3 times letter because I used 7 tiles. It gave me a 3 times word because I used all 10 tiles. And it gave me a 2 times word because I used all of the 10 tiles for the first time. So now I'm on my second one, and I know that I can make a big old point word, and I'm going to say E, L, U, X, and E, the word deluxe. So I've spelled the word deluxe, and that's going to get me 14 points, but I have some tiles that I can play for bonuses. So the first one I'm going to take, and this 3 times letter, when I click it, it turns purple. And then I can say I want to use it here, and it puts it underneath it so I know that I've applied that bonus. And now I've gone from a 14-point word to a 30-point word because I'm getting 3 times the value of that tile. Instead of 8, I'm getting 24. If I put it on the wrong space, I can double click it, and it puts it back over here. And I can just put it back again as I want. So I'm 30 points now. Now the word multiplier, so I can take this 3 times word, and I can put it on any of the letters I've used. I'm going to put it on the L. Now instead of 30 points, I'm getting 90 points because I'm multiplying it by 3. I can also multiply it by another 2. So now instead of multiplying it by 3, I'm multiplying it by 5. So now I've got a 150-point word instead of a 14-point word. And I can even come in here and I can put this 2 times letter on one of them and get 5 points for it because I'm multiplying everything by 5. And that's a big old 155-point word. So I can now come over and I can say send word. It replaces my letters and it adjusts my score. Now when I look at the score, I have 0 for my current word because I haven't built one yet. I've now scored 164 points by making 2 words. I have a 3 times word bonus still to use because I played to the corner. The letters left are only 154, so after just 2 words, I went from 191 in the hole to 10 points in the positive. I now have these letters to use, and I'm going to spell the word W-I-N-D-O, and I want to spell the word window, and I'm going to use my blank tile. So when I select the blank tile and tell it where I want to put it, this control comes out where I pick what letter I want that to be. I want that to be the letter N, and it places the N there. So I've made the word window, and if I want to, I can take my 3 times word and I can put it on one of these, so I get 36 points for this instead of 12. And then I can say send word, and this is how you play letters to words. You want to use your letters up. You want to make words that get you bonuses so that you can get huge points for your words, and you just have fun with it. Now I can come up here and I can spell a nice simple word, or I can say, well, let me use maw. Oh, you know what? I can say caw, the sound that a bird makes. To get a 10-point word, I can put on the K a 2 times letter. That's going to get me another 3 times word tile because I've played to the corner, and I'm going to send that. And I'm now at 75 points after making 4 words. I've got a 3 times word tile to use, and I can make the word D, wrong place, R-U-M. That is going to use the rest of my red ones. And when I say send word, I'm going to get a 2 times word bonus. And I'm kind of saving these up because I have a Q coming up, which is going to make another big point word. And I want to have some big bonuses that I can put on my big letters to score big points. This is how you play letters to words. And I need feedback from people playing it. To tell me about the playability, what they like, what they don't like. Do you like the colors? Do you like the way the menu system works? I'm going to be working on a multiplayer version that's going to be kind of a head-to-head. You're all doing the same thing. The challenge with letters to words is when I come to my menu and my games list, every one of these games is a stack of letters that everybody plays in the same sequence on the same board. And you are playing head-to-head with your ability to make words out of those sequence of letters against everybody else's ability. And the scoring is going to show statistics of where you rank, what your biggest point word was. It's going to keep track of all kinds of statistics to add to the competitive nature of the game. And I think it's going to be a good old time. So I thank you for helping with the testing. And I would encourage you to post your comments in the letters to words on Facebook, in the letters to words section, and I will take all of your feedback, and we will, with your help, turn this into a fun game that you'll be able to find and play on your phone very soon. Thank you very much. Have fun.